Hello and welcome once more again to the part 2, the continuation video on this particular tutorial, how to register business name. I remain your guest, your host, Director Rescue. Alright, not to waste time, like we've seen the very first method of how to do or carry out name search using the public portal. On this second method, which gives us about, let's say, 97% accuracy, if I must say. Yes, this method has to do with you, first of all, having an account with the commission. So for this particular tutorial, I shall be logging into my own agent account and then show you the procedure. While the next video I'm going to make will be teaching you how you can create your own personal um, individual portal, all right, which you can use to carry out your registration. So without wasting much time, let's dive onto my web browser. All right, once you're in your web browser, what you simply need to log into your address bar is this keyword pre.cac.gov.ng. So once you key this, tap in your enter key and it's going to load up the portal for you. So before now, remember we made use of the public search, but now we'll be using we have to log into a portal, either your personal or an agent portal, depends on what you have access to make this method of search, which gives us, like I said, about 97% accuracy. So I'm just trying to fill this captcha and then click on submit. So log in, put in your password if you've already created your account. Roll. All right, so how does this method work? Now this is my dashboard where I've carried out some jobs. This is the new agent account I recently created. So how does it work? Watch me keenly, please follow my mouse so you can easily understand um, how it goes. Now it's assumed that you want to register the business, right? Listen carefully. So what we are going to do is apply to reserve a name, but instead of reserving the name, we are going to be making a substitution. That's why it's called the substitution method. Making a substitution, and then the list of all companies that bear similar name on the database of CAC is going to pop up. This is more accurate than the previous method which you learned. All right, so not wasting much time, I'm going to click on new name reservation, and once we come down, remember we're dealing on business name. So now it's asking what is the classification of stuff you want to do. When you click the drop down arrow, we'll have these options and then we're going to choose what? Business name. So specify type, there are two options also. Once you click, if it's a sole proprietor business which has to do with one person, then you click this, and if it's a partnership business, then you click the second option. So let's assume we are registering an individual business, so we pick only option 1. Now it's asking you for the proposed name of the business. All right, so let's go back to our previous slide, our PowerPoint slides, and let's work with what we had then. We had Qting Global Concept, we had God's Own Ventures, Shining Star Hub. Alright, so with this same name, we're going to search and see more accurate how we can be able to detect easily if they will be available for registration or not. Alright, so let's go with the very first one, Qting Global Concept. And just like we applied in the general method, I'm still going to be picking the words in initials and then checking in combination and then checking in total to know if it's available or not. All right, let me take this out of extend mode so I can easily copy and paste. So I'm going to copy the first one, which is Qtin. And once we go back to our browser, okay, first I'm going to impute the full name. It doesn't really matter. So I'm going to impute the full name, Qtin Global Concept. It hasn't gotten to the part where we start imputing in captions. Now let me give you an heads up. When registering a business name, you are usually to provide rather two names. So this is option one, which it's a must, but option two, it's not compulsory. That's why it's not asterisk red. So for that, there is no need for me to put in a second option. I can just click on save and continue. This will lead us to the part where we really want to base our um, video tutorial today on. So now, watch keenly. This is the objective. It's asking you reason for availability search. Now, if we should click the drop down arrow, we have about four options here. You want to change the name of a, an already existing business, group holdings or consortium, name substitution, new registration, or new incorporation. Like I said, what we're actually doing to be able to filter out companies that are already registered is called name substitution. So I just clicked on it and this is what popped out. Now we are going to apply the same principle as we did while doing the general search. So once we go back to our slide, copy out the first keyword, we go back to the search bar, and then I'm going to impute it. So all businesses relating to this name is going to pop up. Are you seeing how easy it was able to pick out that option we saw while we did the name search in one go? It's singular because there are no other company that bears this name Qtin. So I think it's a very unique name. Can you see that? So with this, we don't need to put in the group word Qtin Global like we separated what we did for the previous video. But now we know that there is a company that bears the name outrightly. You understand? So for this reason, we'll go over to option 2 and let's click this very first keyword, God's own. So I just copied out, go back to our browser, and then I'm going to delete this and paste. It's going to bring out all companies that has the name God's own. So as you can see, God's own roofing enterprise, God's own OBD, God's own resources. Come down, you're going to see God's own enterprise. What we are trying to register is God's own ventures, right? Remember when we did the general search, we saw this. We saw God's own arrow venture. You see how easy. So just take your time, go through the list. They are really much, and then you see how similar it is to what you want to register. So, but to make this video very snappy, because I believe you've already gotten the concept of what I'm trying to say, let's copy the full word and impute into our search bar. So I just copied, going back to the browser, paste. So we have God's own ventures. So we have God's own ventures super mega services limited, God's own business venture. Business is in between the God's own and the venture. We have God's own business venture, Waliat. Remember we saw this name when we did the general search. God's own victory venture. This was the very first name we saw when we did the general search. So you can see companies that are similar to this name already exist. So you have to either attach a prefix or a suffix to distinguish it from this already existing business if you so desire that these two keywords are to appear on your business name. You understand how easy it is now. Their registration numbers are appearing to show you that they are active or inactive. Now let's go to the option 3 and see how it works. Let's start with the keyword shining. Go to our browser and impute under the name to be substituted. So with shining, we also have several businesses that have been registered with that. Radius Exclusive Dynasty, not in relation to it. Shining Star Group of Schools Limited. Okay. If you just search, you see okay, like this one, Contagora Shining Star Comprehensive School. Just like that, we have Shining Star Academy Aba. So just like that, you will see companies relating. So, but this has not given us an exclusive name search because there are other keywords attached to this business name we intend to register. So let's make a combination of two out of the name and see if we get similar companies registered to it. So I just copied Shining Star. So let's see how it works. Shining Star. I'm pasting it and it's going to filter it. Now we see we have a more accurate means of searching. As you can see, the ones highlighted um, dark black are the ones very close to what we desire to register. So here we have Shining Star Group of Schools Limited. We have Shining Star Academy Aba. We saw that previously. Shining Star Delivery, uh, Diversify Venture, Shining Star something, category shining, you see, shining, 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 shining. So, but what our client gave us to register is Shining Star Hub. So this will give us the final hurdle if this name is going to be registered or not. So I'm still going to clear this out and paste that, and let's see. Hold up. So the hope of our client having this business name registered is a bit high, on the high side. Let's say 70% positive, because we have several Shining Star, but we've never had anyone that was Shining Star Hub. That's why underneath here you could see it said, sorry, company info could not be loaded, meaning there is no company having this particular database as at this time, or who is trying to register this business name. Hope you understand the concept now. So I will just go back and show you the process once more again. So once you've logged into your portal, once you've logged into your portal in which you'll be using to do the registration, be it an agent portal, which I'll give you access to mine once you've completed this training. You just need to apply. Or you've already created your personal portal, of which I'll be showing you how to go about it in the next tutorial after this. Then you come to new name reservation. Under it, choose the category of what you want to do. So if it's business name you want to register, click on business. If it's company name you want to register, click on company. If it's an incorporated trustees, suit follows the rest. So let's assume we are doing that of the business name, which we are rightly doing now. Then choose any of the options as it suits you. Then put in the name of what you want to search for, like we did Qtin Global Concept. Qtin Global Concept. If there is an other option that your client needs, then you can use fill in option 2. Save and continue. Then under objective, make sure instead of the reason for availability, choose name substitution. And with this, key in the name of the company or the business name or the NGO that your client wants to register, and then you will see similar companies close to such a name, and then it can help you to guide your decision if you are to proceed to make this registration or not, so you don't waste the registration fee, being that some similarities can cause your business name to not be registered. That's how easy it is. So with this, we come to the end of this very tutorial, how to carry out name search using the substitution method. It's a very reliable method, like as we saw. Please, in any point that you didn't understand the video, make sure you rewind back, play it again till you get the concept. Questions will be asked in the general WhatsApp group, and your fellow student or myself or any of the admin staff will attend to you. So do well to use this particular method. It is the most reliable method. Use this particular name substitution method. I will be showing you in the next video how you can go about creating your own personal portal to be using to do this name search. Understand? So you can have access to creating your own name substitution portal and do your search. So this is how we come to the end of this particular video. Watch out for the next video, and I believe the value of what you've paid for, you will have it. So till I come your way next time, I remain Director Rex. Bye for now.